I was overwhelmed with stresses of the heart. And I had lost sight of my coping mechanisms to deal with my mental illness and my physical one. In the time that I was hospitalized, I learned how to come to terms with my illness, with both of them. I was able to digest my reality, coming to terms with it, coming to terms with myself. In addition to this, I was exposed to a new medicine. Ordinarily, I am resistant to taking any kind of medicine. This one was different. A huge reason I was in this hospital in the first place was because of the pain of the neuropathy. Whenever I was going through chemotherapy, the neuropathy began. I shared it with my nurses and my doctor, but it was dismissed. The sensation was light compared to where it once was, but it continued to grow with each month. October was when it was noticeable. November became stronger. December, even greater. January, it was incredible. And February, it reached a level of unbearable. And I fought it. But then I chose to succumb to it. That pain became the background noise of my life. I became cool with it, building a relationship with it. And from February to late April, the pain level from the neuropathy, it was easily a 9.5. I was able to succumb and meditate with it because in every second of life is a snapshot of infinite beauty. I was able to succumb and meditate to this sensation because pain is infinitely better than the lack of sensation of no existence at all. These thoughts, these feelings, they were my hope. And deep in my heart, I believed this sensation would stop. But as time continued and continued, I began to come to the realization that the neuropathy wasn't going to end. Factors of the heart came into play, and they were heavy. So when my life drastically changed suddenly, it served as a spark that lit the wick of dynamite. And that pile of dynamite was huge. It didn't matter if my broken heart was the catalyst. It didn't matter that it was the spark that ignited it, because ultimately, whether my heart was broken or not, that dynamite was going to explode. I cherish moments like this. The moments where I can reflect on my past. Where I can look to the future. I can let go of the sensations that are haunting. I can love them by releasing them. I can love them because I know I have no control over them. I cannot control when I heal. I had no influence over whether I got sick. Save for a brief period of time in my existence, or perhaps moments of profound pain, I have always been a positive man. I have always been a loving man. I say that because there are so many who believe that our emotions create our illness. I did not create this. And it's not a matter of taking responsibility. Instead, I draw back to what I said before. Instead of taking responsibility, succumb to the experience. It's not a matter of the mind. It is a matter of the mind, body, and spirit. All three must succumb to the experience. To have a relationship with the pain. To have faith that ultimately we will have the ability to live the quality of life we desire. I have chosen to live my life to its fullest. This is a choice. I live my life to the fullest, my tending to the needs of my mind, body, and spirit, ensuring that each one has its time in the spotlight each and every day. I live in a state of peace. This state of peace allows me to get angry just as anyone else. It allows me to be sad just as anyone else. I can be happy. I can be joyful, I can be aggravated, intrigued, and curious. Those fleeting emotions are sugar sprinkles on the meal of life. Tonight, I'm glad that I was overwhelmed with this pain. I am thankful that I was reminded I am thankful because it is in these moments that I am realigned and reminded. I am reminded of those parts of my life. I am reminded of those changes that I have committed to. Those changes I have committed to through willful action. That willful action is to succumb instead of to fight. It was transformative change that permitted me to enjoy the horrors that I have faced. But it, just like all other types of transformative change, requires that we ask the right questions. It requires that we are honest with ourselves. Tonight I share this with all of you beautiful people because it's what I feel. It's what I think. I wear a bracelet on my arm to fight shame. That shame has always kept me away from sharing my heart with others. By talking about how I feel, the pain melts away. The positive energy, it fills me. I am at a greater state of peace. My accomplishments, all the things I have overcome. And in the end, I feel blessed for all of the pains that I experience now, moments ago, and every moment before.